listening to Rad Rolls, a Fallout Tabletop podcast.
Hello and welcome to Rad Rolls. We find Punchy, the robo brain that has recently had a lobotomy, as well as Abel surveying a computer terminal within the house with some shocking revelations and clues as to what is happening in the suburban area that they are finding the super mutant infestation, while Hazel and Frankie are kind of on the hill. Hazel and Frankie, you all are kind of just like peeking around, like making sure that there's no like crazy outbursts, but you feel this kind of like rumble from the ground itself, and all of a sudden you see like these giant kind of like a giant like piece of green meat just kind of like sit up on the ground that comes out of the pit and kind of reaches over with its hand and its fingers sprawled out, and its hand doesn't look right. It looks like it is a conglomeration of a number of different body parts that have all kind of turned green. There's like almost like little tentacles kind of like slightly peeling out of it, like almost like little hairs on it. These hands are humongous. They're the size of these houses that are around here. And as one hand comes up and grips the earth beneath it, another one comes up and slams down on the house that you saw Abel and Punchy go into as a malformed greenish head with its jaw askew like raises up from the pit as its torso of these mangled pieces of bone and sinew and skin kind of come up to you. You've seen a super mutant behemoth before, but this is beyond that. This is like a super ultra behemoth plus max
ultra.
On prime
plus ultra.
Yeah. plus ultra.
Okay, Dave, can you do me a favor and go into the token settings? And there's a setting for tint, and you can change the tint to green.
Okay, all right. I'm going to try to do that. The token settings, tint. There it is. Everybody's going to have a green. Yeah, we're going to get some green tokens up in here. This is only relevant for people maybe on the video portion of this, but I'm just letting you know that I have it looks like the attack titan on the map itself, but
that's not
it's
the
just to
attack
symbolize.
Titan. That was Aaron Yeager. That's it's a different titan. I forget.
Excuse me, you nerd. What is this? A bunch of nerd stuff. Let's get the wee woo out. Sirens out
Excuse
here.
me, a man of culture. Thank you.
Look.
All right.
Hazel, be honest,
so what we're going to do is now shift to.
That is.
We're going to shift to
you don't see every
Abel.
day.
We're going to shift to Abel and Punchy's room. I'm going to have you all do a kind of like perception plus unarmed for a difficulty 2, because you're trying to perceive what this unarmed attack on your house is doing. All right. So, Abel, you got 2 successes. You managed to kind of dodge out of the way of this attack, but Punchy, with just 1 success, unfortunately, you have been hit, and you will take. What is that? Yeah, that's 8 physical damage. It's burst and it's spread. It is a
Ow!
It is a real hit directly to your left arm as this monstrous claw crashes through the house, knocking a bunch of debris into kind of your robot body as you take 8 damage to your left arm, and plus it's burst, or it's spread, so it hits what?
2 other body
3 other
parts
locations. Yeah. So torso and right arm for half. That would be let's let's see.
Four,
8,
four.
4 and 4. So you take 16 damage.
Oof. Okay,
But it's across 3 different hits, so your physical soak will...
Yes.
My physical DR is 3 on each of those parts.
Nice.
So you'll take 5, 1, and 1.
Oofda, oofda. Okay.
All
Takes
right.
me down to 10 hit points.
And with that, like, Abel, you see this happen and kind of like Punchy get almost like his arm just like scraped almost off. Oh, is that a crit on your arm, or did you take? No, you said you had 3 DR, so it's just 5. You didn't get 6, right? So you take this full brunt of kind of this knock from this arm, and the house crumbles beneath you. And Abel, you're just kind of left standing in front of this computer, and you turn around and you see the monstrous behemoth as described. And we are in a battle now. Frankie and Hazel, you all are kind of like on the hill. You're actually at long range. I'm going to call you all kind of like, I'm moving your tokens around down here. You notice that Punchy and Abel are in the 102 Club Circle house that is across the way. Right now, this being has their attention turned on Punchy and Abel, and it kind of has its back to you all. You all are kind of at a medium range, Abel and Punchy. If you wanted to get close, you'd have to get kind of like right on top of that pit and kind of run out to be able to hit that thing with any kind of power. But the turn order is going to be all of you are going to take a turn. So we'll do that in the order. I think it's Frankie. Let's see, Frankie, Abel, Punchy, Hazel, I think is the initiative order. And then the monster actually has 3 different appendages. If you ever played Star Fox 64, this is basically Andros and the Shield Titan all kind of like combined up into one. Yeah, and Abel's activating his Mysterious Stranger perk now to bring in the Archangel Gabriel, one of his great friends, as this combat counter begins. So we're going to start with Frankie at long range. Frankie, what are you doing?
Really quick, is Big Boy in the turn order at all, or did he run for it?
This is Big Boy's god, so he's used to this. Yeah,
this is a typical day.
So he had not noticed that make us in a potential situation for a sneak attack.
Yeah, if you could, I would say roll a difficult. If you're at long range, if you could roll a difficulty 0 kind of agility plus sneak check. I'm just going to add this extra check to see if you all want to or can make it into stealth.
Oh, I know where my roll went. Where is it? There we go.
Yeah, 2 successes.
Hey, gotta take some drugs. So I'm gonna take some Calmex, which will let me re-roll any agility tests from the scene, but also add 2 damage die to sneak attacks. And I don't know. I guess we're just gonna shoot it in the head. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay.
We all die? I mean, what's, for all we know, Punchy and Abel just died.
That's true. Yeah. So you're at long range. So you can, I think, depends on what weapon you use. But
I have a long range weapon for
okay.
Forwardish. No. Wait, don't I do? Yeah. All right, we'll do my little nonsense 4 die here, but only take the first 2 successes. So 20.
Yeah, 11 and a 6.
Be there.
That's pretty good.
And then we'll do.
What's the difficulty?
It's 2 because he's using a long.
No, it's 0.
It's a 1.
A long range weapon.
Yeah, it'd be
Okay, so You'll generate a 2 AP off that because the 11 and the 6 would be 3 successes.
Yeah, 6 is
Correct.
6 is because it's tagged, and then we add 2 additional damage die. Do this for the crit. 8
And 3 of that's piercing. All right, cool.
3 piercing. Yep.
That's 8 physical damage. 3 of it is piercing 1. All right. You kind of like you shoot through the back of this person's head, and it's a clear shot, like right out the back. And it kind of like turns to look at you, but wait, it's a sneak attack, right?
Yes.
He got successful. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a I'm gonna double that actually. So that would be let's put that. Yeah, you managed to kind of like shoot out kind of the like ligament of this head's jaw. Like it shoots right through it and like it blows out kind of a side. So its jaw is kind of askew to the side. And it turns around and kind of looks at you. And for the its next turn, the head will not be able to do anything because you did crit it for that. It will not be able to act on its own the next turn. So that is your turn, Frankie. After taking your drug and doing your big fancy sneak attack shot, so we're gonna move on to I think it's April next.
Frankie doing drugs again.
Hearing that gunshot and seeing a massive part of muscle and sinew come off the face of this monster, I'm going to assume that Frankie's in play. Frankie is online.
Frankie
Now,
is engaged.
Yeah, Frankie has joined the lobby. Now, I was able to anticipate this monster swing probably because I have some proficiency with unarmed myself, and I'm going to use that to my advantage. So I kind of see like exposed like muscle, bone, like that type of deal, right?
Yes.
Okay. I've probably broken my hand enough times to know what parts are probably the worst to not, to have broken. So I would like to. Am I close to the hand? Do I need to make a move action?
Yeah, I would say that it's like when it lands right like here. That's why I have the tokens here. Like it is kind of still in the house for your turn.
Okay.
Like it's got to pull back on its turn. It's going to pull back and do something else. But where it lands, yeah.
So I think just knowing that, I'm probably going to aim for like the wrist area. It's large, but yes. I'm just going to try to put as much of my physicality into like the wrist area of this thing as possible.
That's good. Break the wrist, walk away. Break the wrist, walk away.
Yeah. So I let's see what I have here. That's persistent and that's piercing. Yeah, I think I'm going to pierce. So I'm going to spend an AP to get an additional die here. So is the difficulty 1?
Yeah, because you're at close range. You're punching.
All right. So that was 3 successes. So I generate 2 AP and restore a luck point. I'm going to roll damage, and I'm going to dump some stuff into this. So first of all, I'm going to roll. Which one did I do? Puncturing. So I'm going to roll my damage for my puncturing knuckles. So that's only 4 to piercing, but also this is a super mutant, though, right? So radiation damage isn't going to do anything.
Yeah,
it's going to be immune. So there's not really much there. Okay, so I'm not going to do the thing that I thought I was going to do. Now I'm going to spend 2 more action points to take another attack. Spend 1 to get third AP. Spend
you over
1
here
to get
just
a third
like
die. Yeah,
it's like a clerk at the counter,
that's...
counting at the bank teller's office, financial analyst.
So that's 5 successes. I would need 2 this time because it's my
Jesus.
second attack. I restore 3 adventure points, 3 action
Adventure
points.
points. That should just be a
I'm
thing.
going
Adventure
to
points.
roll damage again. That is 5 physical, 2 piercing. And I'm not doing nearly as much because I haven't taken damage yet. So my strength's still just at a 7, not at a 10. So
Yeah,
after all that, we still had a net increase of AP as a result. So how's it looking, Doc?
Yeah. So I will definitely say that the piercing definitely did something. It kind of like punched through. It didn't break anything. Like you can tell that like Frankie really
I'm
won
not
up to you on
mad
this
enough
one.
yet.
Yeah,
I'm not mad
you gotta
enough yet. Like I got to get there, but
You gotta Hulk out, and then it'll be
yeah.
yeah. But you did manage to like break through and kind of like break through that sinew a little bit, and you can tell that the hand kind of like quivers at that and kind of like rolls around. Okay, I think that's a good turn for
Good
you.
about that. I feel like that's I feel like that's a pathway.
Yeah. Punchy, you are up next. You're kind of in this wreckage of the house. What are you doing? The hand's right near you. What are you
It
up
is
to?
right near me. Okay, so the giant super mutant head, did it turn away from me? Can I still see like the face of the creature?
Yeah, you can. It's kind of like it still has its hand. So like if you're thinking about if somebody shot you from the back of the head and then it went through your jaw, you turn around like, hey, what's that? Like it's still like.
I have a
That's how I
crazy-
would
You know,
Yeah.
Jesus tells us to turn the other cheek, and it certainly did.
This is I'm not 100% sure of the mechanics of
Okay.
the smoke claw.
No, I love whenever somebody starts with that, I'm already in love. All right, so tell me what's up.
But my understanding, and I could be wrong on this, is it's kind of like a highlight. Like it's kind of a claw. I can throw a smoke bomb, like the smoke grenade, or I can just detonate it and create a smoke for myself, or I can throw it like a smoke bomb.
Yeah,
Almost like a high ally, just like
Yeah,
lacrosse. Like if you want to roll it off the little fingy tips and just
Yeah.
really torque it. Yeah.
My idea is
Yeah.
to use my smoke bomb or my smoke grenade, and I want to throw it into the mouth of the giant super mutant.
Okay. So that would be so what does your smoke claw have anything that's like like a roll on it? And what would that be? Is it like in your weapons?
It is in my weapons. It is small guns and perception.
Okay,
damage
yeah,
type poison.
We're gonna do so. I'm gonna say if it's small guns and perception, that means it could be at a range. So I think that based on what range that is, which would be you're in medium range right now. You're trying to put the smoke claw. The range, it doesn't really have a range on it. So I'd say this would be a difficulty 2 to hit the smoke claw kind of down into this. I mean, the mouth is a pretty big target. It's like, walking around with its giant mouth. For podcast listeners, I just opened my mouth like I was going to take a chomp out of some good Frosted Flakes.
Good choice.
Okay. How many action points do we have?
11.
Yeah, we have
Feel free.
I would like to use some of our action points for an additional dice on this one.
You want 1 or 2? You can burn 1 AP for 1 and 3 AP for 2.
Let's just do 1.
Okay. A 12,
Thanks
a
a lot,
19, and a
Smoke Claw.
16 will be 0. Will be 0 successes. You launch off this your smoke grenade, and it kind of like goes past the monster's kind of mouth and face, and it kind of trails down, and just like beside the monster, there's just a little bit of smoke, like it's just at the bottom of the pit, just kind of like doing some smoke.
That's no good. That is no good. That's no good. Nah. Yep. No good.
Is that it for your turn? You could take a minor action if you wanted to.
Okay, minor action to like start kind of like rolling backwards, like try to get further away from the hand.
Squeak,
Yeah,
squeak,
do you wanna-
squeak, squeak.
Do you want to move into long range?
Yes, please.
Do you want to kind of like move behind the house a little bit? Like, I kind of
I'll
pay
move
attention
to
your
cover.
map, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll put you kind of in cover, like in the like non-destroyed portion of the house. Okay, that's good. That's a good turn. Well, decent turn, because now you're protected. All right, Hazel, you are up next in turn order.
Okay, let's see. So I did manage to roll a 2 on that stealth. I don't think I have anything that packs much of a punch. I'm going to try and shoot it with a syringer.
Okay. So are you going to stay in long range, or are you going to move into a closer ranged area?
A syringer is medium range, right?
Yep.
I will sneak a little bit closer to get into medium range.
All right. So you're going to use a minor action to put into medium range, and you're going to hit it with the syringer. What are you? What's your flavor? What are you using? Are you using like that, like cherry Coke, wild cherry Pepsi? Like, what are you?
Nuka-Cola. Hold on. That's a good question. The last thing I need is a berserk, because he's already half berserk, so that's not going to work.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There should just be an option to just start putting like Clorox bleach into these things. Like,
Well, I don't. Honestly, if I could put a stim pack into one, it'd make our life that much easier, probably. Or maybe it would blow up horribly. Either way, it would be fun.
This is my anthrax syringer.
My console command syringer. I would like to activate that now.
This is my god.
All right, so
Syringers.
I'm going to try for the lock joint.
Okay, yeah. What are you aiming at?
It's lock joint. I'm aiming for his legs.
So you don't see his legs. You would need to get like if you wanted to get some
right.
leg action, you were trying to get like think of it like it's like a boss enemy. So like look at me in the camera. This is like what you see. Like, do you see my legs, Hazel?
Right. Okay, yeah. So we've got a Borderlands boss thing going. Gotcha.
Yes, very much so. Yes.
So the nice thing is I don't have to aim at a particular limb that I want to lock up. It'll lock up everything. So I'm just going to go for center mass.
Okay, yeah. So you just want to like aim for the head, like something that's just at that range. That's fine. Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
He's big. He's hard to miss. Right.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Do the tank. So I think the heads are.
Okay. All right, so I got one success.
Yeah, so one success, so that's a hit because you're medium range. It's your medium range weapon. So see if you can roll damage with it, and then if you get an effect, it's a hit.
Two effects.
Great, yeah. So yeah, it just like locks up a lot of its joints, and it actually retracts its hand back towards the pit, but on its way, Abel, if you'll do a like a agility plus athletics for difficulty kind of 1.
Hey guys, I actually hit something.
I'll be spending a luck point to re-roll that.
Yeah, 17 and a 20. I would like. That would be interesting. Okay, yeah, one success.
The centipede kicked in, and
Finally,
yeah,
Wichita, got it. Yeah, you managed to dodge out of the way as this hand kind of like recedes back into the pit, and with the stun, the lock joint, everything, it can't do anything on its turn. So it is now Frankie's turn again.
He's been having some connectivity issue on my end. I'm not sure if.
Yeah, I think so. Let me see if I can. I did it. I disconnected him. I'm gonna make him
I was about to
reconnect.
say, like,
Here.
kind of.
Hear me or not? Or drop.
It's
Doesn't work. Can you hear me?
yes, it's
Somebody's-
might be getting better.
It sounds like you're really lagging from our
Just
end
keep
of
talking
like
for a second here.
video, which it was just
Yeah,
fine.
It kicked me off the call.
Yeah, I kicked you off.
Here
It was
at
me.
least.
It
Oh,
was
good.
me, Austin.
We can leave my video off if that is seeming to for right now, and then after turn I can mess some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
you can take your turn.
it's-
if you're cool.
Yeah. If I couldn't hear you, so that's keep me up for now. Yeah. I don't know. It's I kind of have this problem, and I want it to fall off. No, I really want to shoot other side and hope the falls this time. I think I'm gonna shoot again.
Okay, so you're going to shoot the monster again. I'm just, I'm getting the glitch. I'm getting like Punchy's third lobotomy now, and he's talking to me. So, I think you're wanting to shoot him again. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll that. And since I know that you're always kind of going for center mass, I'm not going to ask you kind of what location you're going at. So, feel free to roll that.
Roll additional 2 is here. I'm gonna do what? Give me just a second. So I can do here.
An 18 and a 16 is 0 successes. Now, I know you have a perk that lets you re-roll those, right? When you don't get what you want.
All right, I'm gonna on my phone. Is this better? Like, can you at least? Is it not lagging?
Yeah, I can
That's a
hear
true
you
statement.
like slightly better. Yeah. Can you hear us?
Better, worse.
It sounds a little bit more robotic, but if I can understand what you're saying, so go ahead and like give me like, what'd you eat for lunch today?
I can hear you. I can hear you guys a lot better, if that is helpful. Which is it's helpful to me at least.
Yeah, that's fine. Like it
Okay.
you know, we can change up sound in post. And the title cards will be a little off, but that's fine, everyone. I'm not Frankie. Abel's not the GM.
You're not Frankie.
People might get
Unless that's
confused.
just how it goes now.
Frankly,
All right.
he's not Frankie. Frankie.
All right, better on the rerolls there for my perk.
Yeah, 3 successes. So you generate. So that was you only needed 1 success, so you get 2 AP in the pool. Yeah, because you're at long range.
Here. Do normal damage this time. No additional die. And it is still spicy. That is 8 damage, 4 piercing.
Yeah. 8 damage, 4 piercing. You weren't in sneak this time, but it is still pretty good. You managed to knock down this. You kind of like shoot it again in the same zone, just like blood and viscera come like shooting out of this, the paralyzed mouth of this giant monster. Just kind of like muscles, body parts, almost like flying out of it. And next up in the turn order is Punchy. In the you're kind of left in the wake of a handprint here. Between this house. You're at medium range. What are you gonna do?
Does the hand actually look like it's a
I'm sorry, did I say Punchy? It is actually Abel's turn.
Right? Yeah.
I just think because here's the problem. Abel punches things and Punchy doesn't.
Punchy is just a very natural nickname for Abel. Well, it's isn't it ironic?
In combat, it's a little difficult. But that's fine. Abel, it is your turn.
We'll get through this.
Yes.
Excellent. I would like to commune with Kane for a moment.
Okay, yeah.
And say, Kane, I need you to trust me. I need you to bite me.
So Kane is the name of your centipede, right?
Yes, Kane is the name of my centipede. I'm asking Kane, the centipede that resides inside of my body, to bite me, to inflict physical damage.
Okay, cool. Ooh. All right. Yeah, from like internally, like all of a sudden it feels like you get a sharp pain just kind of in your it feels like in your stomach almost. And it's a sharp pain. You take 1 piercing damage. Because and armor's not going to protect that. You're going to take 1 damage to the torso.
That is precisely what I needed.
Okay, great. And
I will proceed my assault on this creature's sword hand and give it a few punches.
Okay, so you were at medium range, and so I'm going to say you did a minor action to communicate with Kane for the damage.
Got it. I will spend an AP to take another minor action to move into close range.
That's what I'm looking at. You financier, you look at you using all your currencies, keeping up to date with everything, vaccine and ready to go. All right. Yeah, moving into that close range. What are you going for?
I'm going to continue my my assault on the carpals of this creature. I can go for the wrist again. Try to, because if we get it well enough, he's not going to be able to ball a fist, or he's going to recoil it. It's going to hurt. That's kind of the goal. Okay, so cool. I'm going to spend another AP to get an additional D20. I'm going to spend a luck point to re-roll that 20.
Your complication? Yeah. You get a 4 to 16. That's automatically 3 successes for you. You're going to re-roll this 20.
So 3. So that replenishes 2 action points. I'm going to roll damage. That'll be 7 to piercing. I'm going to spend 2 action points to attack again. I'm going to spend a 3rd action point to get an additional D20 on this extra attack. That'll be 3 successes. I'll only replenish 1 because the difficulty went up by 1 as a result of the extra attack. I will roll damage again. That is, I'm going to use a point of luck to roll 3 additional damage dice. Come on now. See, that's much better. So that's 8 damage, 5 piercing on the second one.
Yeah. Let's see here.
That was some real gaming there for a second.
Yeah,
Really
you just gamed. You just got
Gamed so hard.
You're the gamer goose now. Yeah, that hand just like completely like it's almost like at this point, like you know what? This hand, like you punch this hand so hard, you give it the 1-2, and you really put your love into that second one, and it just like disintegrates. Like it's almost like you punch it and just like viscera and body parts fly all over the pit, and this hand kind of like almost like disappears as the arm kind of goes down. Like you literally like punch the hand off of like a King Kong-esque thing, and that hand is definitely gone. It is just absolutely destroyed. But the head and other hand are still in play here, though. Like this monster seems like that it got hurt. It's feeling not great. I think you're done with your turn, right?
Yeah, I've taken 2 minors, 2 majors, spent AP, a couple.
So you got your masters, you got your PhD, you got
summer classes, like
summer classes. You did it all. Yeah, I love that. All right, Punchy, it is your turn now. Time for some redemption, I think, for you.
Punchy's gonna roll out from behind cover and look at Abel and be like, that was a very good job. You did a great job with that. Very proud of you. You did so much good punching at that giant thing. And can I still see the giant supermoon, or has it retreated into the hole?
It hasn't retreated. It's one of the hands like is gone. You know, you Andros the one hand, and now it has, you know, the other one's still in play. There's a lot of references being thrown around. We've got Borderlands, we've got Attack on Titan, Star Fox. We've got a lot of
Fucking nerds.
I think
bunch of nerds.
Punchy is just going to like just fire his regular old laser hand at the one good hand. And regardless of how that shakes out, he'll fire and then he'll immediately retreat back behind cover.
Okay, cool. So you're just setting off a pinpoint and then like retreating away. All right, cool.
All right. Hey,
Yeah, it's a hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
What was the difficulty on that?
Oh, you're at long range, right?
I am.
It's a medium range weapon or a short range weapon?
Let me double check. I want to say it's a medium range weapon.
I'm gonna look.
It's a laser gun.
It's a
If it's,
close
based
range
off a-
weapon.
If it's based off rifle, it's
It's a close range weapon.
close range. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's not a laser rifle; it's a laser gun, right?
But I
So you'd
tell you
have
what,
to
you don't
pull up.
understand. You don't understand that rule, and so we're gonna break decorum here. If you want to spend AP in this rule because you didn't fully understand like what range you were at, that's fine. If you want to like post do that, you can. But you also could just like take the miss if you want to.
We have 10 AP. We'll spend 1 AP. I'm not going to do that much damage regardless, but I want to feel like I did something. You know?
You can just do another energy weapons plus perception. Yeah, just one roll. 1 die. See if you get that other success.
1 die. Energy weapons. Perception and energy weapons, correct?
Yes.
yes.
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah, so go ahead and go back up to that dice and roll damage for me because you definitely hit that. You hit that big meaty hand.
Do some
You
damage.
naughty little brain boy.
2 energy damage.
Yeah, you the laser kind of like shoots off towards that hand, and as it gets close to the hand, it just like hits it and immediately gets reflected off. It's just like, and it hits the ground. So you did hit, but it did absolutely nothing to this hand.
Ah,
Got
dang
mirrors
it.
in its skin.
Then rolls back behind cover.
Squeaks.
Ah, dang it.
All right, Hazel, you are up next in the turn order.
Okay, so I'm gonna move back to long range, and I'm gonna use a throwing knife.
Okay.
Two successes.
Yeah, so that's a hit because throwing knives are medium range, right?
Except I have a perk that lets me throw them at large called
That's right.
Heave-ho.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, you get 1 AP in the pool, and it's a hit. So go ahead and roll for damage.
4 physical damage. Stick this sucker right in him with the nice satisfying thunk sound.
You
Oops, all mate.
It's like a nice new ear piercing.
Yeah, you pretty much like just like give him a nice like body piercing. It goes in, it hits, but he's got like a nice kind of like piercing in his, just in like the side of his jean.
He's got a septum piercing now.
It goes right through his nose.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I like it. All right, and now it is time for the monster to do its dirty work. And the first thing it's going to do is actually going to take the good hand that it still has and reach down into the pit. And as it returns up from the ground, it in its hand is holding a giant piece of just like rock and like gore in its hand. And as it chucks it back, it chucks it directly towards Pinky, and it hits for 1 success. It's a long range boulder throw.
I have a defensive 2.
You have a defensive 2?
I have a defensive
Damn.
2. It misses.
Sidestep.
All right.
Hit the double tap dodge.
Miss me with that bullshit.
I like that. Actually, I don't really like that. Yeah. So what's gonna happen is with this boulder that just absolutely misses it. Like pretty much like this is like I've just made a tank and you all are just like it's not doing any damage. It's just doing it's like sitting, waiting. The head is going to turn towards what is it? It would be Abel at close range, and it is going to do a special attack where kind of Abel and Punchy are kind of in alignment with this attack. So pretty much like what is going to happen is if I get...
Is he casting lightning bolt?
He's doing rotten breath. So yeah, that is the attack. And so what is going to happen is I'm going to roll this this attack. If I get 1 success, it's a hit on Frankie. No, it's not a hit on Frankie. Hit on Abel. But if I get 3 successes, it also hits Punchy as well because you all are kind of in alignment. So we're gonna see what that is. Holy crap! I did not think that would hit, but that is a 17 and a 1. All of a sudden, from
you didn't think it would hit, and you were looking for a 17. My God.
I just wasn't expecting. So it just opens like its shut jaw and turns around to you, and all of a sudden, like from the like bellowment of this creature's kind of breath itself, a like cloud of it's almost like I wouldn't call it like a rotten breath. That's probably a bad name for it. It's more of a like electricity. Think like Godzilla-y kind of like breath that just like shoots out of it in like an electric pulse, and it
so like atomic halitosis.
Yeah, and it hits you for both of you for 8 energy damage in your left arm. Punchy, how you doing?
Not great. My energy DR is only 1. I'll take that down to 7 damage.
My energy DR was 6, so
That'll put me at 3 health points. And that
Still
arm's going to be... will be... I got a janky left arm. It's taking a lot of damage tonight.
All right. Next up in the turn order is Frankie. Frankie, what are you up to?
Yeah, I want it dead. It's not dead, and usually when I shoot things more than like once, they die. I think it's actually a little bit rude that it's not dead.
You were
There,
personally
yes.
offended.
A little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So rude. All right, so we'll take
that
the 15.
20
and the
gets
9.
the reroll.
Yeah, we'll take the 15.
Yeah, that's funny. He
and
gets the
9.
reroll.
So we'll do a damage. Holy shit. Okay. It's gonna be 11 with 5 piercing.
All right.
And that was
That
on
brave.
the head as well.
That's right. Let's fucking go.
Almost perfect damage roll.
Yeah.
You,
Let's see.
really, the balance of raw plus the piercing
I know.
is pretty.
It's almost perfect.
That's
pretty
that's
stellar.
really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, all right, yeah, you put off a great shot through its head. It actually like comes out and like knocks one of its eyeballs like loose. Like it's just like now got this like dangling eye that's kind of like hanging off of its side. Like it went like right through it, and just you have like what do you call it when you take somebody's eye out? I feel like there's like a word like decapitate.
Denucleation.
Denucleation. You have like denucleated this.
I just say he's got a blue eye now. I
Yeah,
blew
and
that
so-
direction.
He's got one good eye though, and is still kicking.
It's still alive? Guys.
It's still
that's-
alive.
That's unacceptable. I would like to spend some AP and attack again.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
So 2
That's-
AP will get you another major action.
Yes. And I only need it's still only a difficulty 2 since this is a long range weapon.
Yeah, it's a long range weapon.
Yeah,
You just need 2
so I-
successes to hit.
I think I'm fine to just fucking send it. All right, it's just the 3 and the 8 though, so that's
Still
Yeah.
3 successes.
successes.
So
Yes.
you'll restore.
Yep, 3 successes. There's 10 AP in the pool.
And then we'll do a little little this. That's 6, 1 piercing. You know what?
Luck would reroll 3 of those blanks.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I kind of want it dead.
Okay. You want to spend a luck point? You got a luck
Do
point
it,
to spend?
man. Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do 3 of those? 3. All right. Let's make it instead 8 damage.
8 free piercing.
You pop it through that orbital socket again, and it comes out the other side. It is looking rough, but guess what?
God
It
damn.
is not dead yet.
All right.
Frankie, that's your turn. And I think you're going to be
That's-
mad at whoever kills this thing.
A little bit.
All right.
But you know what?
Abel.
I'm a sharer.
All right, can you refresh me on what the eye situation is like on this thing?
It's just like so. Let me see if I've got a good visual.
Are they
cue.
both?
Like,
Are they
Yeah,
both
so, like-
doing a little?
there's one that's right here, and this one like the one of them is kind of just like dangling right here. So Frankie popped 2
Okay.
shots through the middle of this this homunculus's kind of eye, and it's just kind of like dangling around here. It's like a nice little orb in a Christmas tree that's just like dangling off of its like
Got it.
meaty, rotten like amalgamation of a face.
Remind me
No,
now,
here-
never
this
go to
is-
Christmas at your house.
Yeah, very
this is a-
very evocative.
This is an important visual.
I feel like I love comedy and Mortal Kombat, and that's pretty much all I bring to the table.
This is important for the visual. Which side of its jaw is also dangling? Is it on the same side as the dangling eyeball?
It is dangling on the same side. No, it's dangling on the opposite side, I would say.
Beautiful.
So you caught like left jaw, but like right eyeball. Yeah,
Yes.
like I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to channel my inner Titanfall and rodeo this thing.
Okay, so you're gonna jump on top of it, like you're gonna.
Well, so like, I'm assuming it's facing me, right? And with all the sinew and stuff like that, its face is basically just a rope jungle gym, right?
Yes.
Plus, if there's any bone exposed or anything like that, I'm just thinking like I have to get closer to it to punch it.
Okay.
Which means I'm probably going to have to jump on its face.
Okay, cool.
I mean, is that like I'm not? That's what I'll have to do to punch it, right? Like I have to jump on its face.
Yeah, so I would say I would just burn a minor action to do that because I mean the target is rather big. Like it's not going to take you. Like you're just like leaping onto this giant jungle gym kind of a creature.
So basically, we're just going to go Shadow of the Colossus now, but I would like to aim for the other eye because, like, you know, this eye looks like Frankie already done a number to one eye. I'm just, you know, so I guess I'm just going to go for the other eye. So, spending an AP to give myself an extra D20 on this roll, I'm going to spend a luck point to re-roll that 20. It's still 2 successes, so I will restore one of the luck points, rolling damage. 4 physical, 2 piercing. It's not that great. I'll spend 2 AP to attack again, spending another to get the extra D20. That is 2 successes, so I do not restore any AP there. Rolling damage. 3 physical, 2 piercing. Those were not great. I didn't get a good footing, apparently.
The greatest part about piercing is that it pierces through. So you manage to kind of like keep on punching this eye so much that the head itself kind of keels back, and this kind of like beast, it's almost like kind of a weight is lifted off of, but its hand is still up in the air, and the hand kind of like grabs onto the ground in front of you, and Punchy, you like as you're like punching this thing's eye, it kind of curls its head back, and you are having trouble with your grip. Can you do a I would say this would be an I think this would be an athletics plus strength for difficulty 3.
For able.
This would be a difficulty 4. This would be a difficulty 4. Able. You're on the.
Sorry. What am I?
Let's say Frankie.
Yeah, sorry.
Able.
So what am I rolling? What do you want me to roll?
Strength, athletics, difficulty 4.
Strength, athletics, difficulty 4. I'm going to spend an AP to give myself an extra D20. No, 1 success.
Oh, 1 success. So as this kind of head goes back, you start to like you realize that like some of the like sinews of it are changing. It's almost like there's like a pumping kind of going through it, and all of a sudden you lose your gripping and you start sliding down from its eye. And as it lifts its head back, you are hanging on almost by its tooth that is protruding, and then you fall deep into a crevice. The rest of you kind of see Abel do that and fall into kind of this monster's mouth, but the monster's one hand lays affixed to the ground that is in front of you as the head falls into the pit, and you all are out of